I'm joined in studio today with BSG Resources Mining and Metals CEO Marc Struik to discuss the status of BSG's operations. Good morning, Marc. Thank you for joining us. Marc, just provide us an insight into this ongoing legal battles that you've had with the government of Guinea and now Rio Tinto. Where are we standing currently?
Ilan, thank you for giving me the opportunity. Currently, I think the two most important cases that we are involved in is one, the RICO claim that was launched by Rio Tinto in the District Court in New York. And the second case is the one that we started against the government of Guinea and the president of Guinea, and we're doing this through ICSID, which is the International Court for the Settlement of Investment Disputes, and that's going to take place in Paris. But that case has been put on the roll, if I can say it that way. When it exactly starts, we don't know, but we know that both parties are preparing their defense, of course. We wanted to go ahead because we believe that this ICSID platform will give us the opportunity to once and for all prove that we have not done anything wrong, and where we will produce the evidence that will back this up. I mean, at this stage, the real victim of what's going on in Guinea are actually the people of Guinea themselves. We were ready to produce the first ton of iron ore out of that country in 2012, quarter 4 and 2012. And that was as per our Convention de Base, which is a law, with the government. As you know from the public domain, our operations were stopped, and in the end, through what we believe an illegal or bogus technical committee that reviewed the mining licenses. Our licenses, of course, were in the end revoked. There was a recommendation made to the president, who then obviously followed that recommendation and took our licenses away. Immediately after that, the court cases were filed. How do I see it going forward? I think the RICO case is an interesting one because they filed that case in New York, and the reason for that is that the burden of proof in New York is far less than the burden of proof in the United Kingdom. In New York, you can launch a case like this and say, upon information and belief, this, that, so and so has done this and that. Now, the case will be kicked out, or they will lose the case, either or, but the damage is done, and I think this is the reason they actually did it, because the damage has been caused. ICSID is a different platform. ICSID is a commercial dispute. It's an investment dispute. So here we're going to show that what we've done was right and all above board. 2, the amount of money that not only we have spent, but Vale has spent together in our joint venture company. And we're going to show through evidence that we have that everything was, let's say, maybe predetermined. Right from the start to taking our license away. As I said earlier, the victim in the end are the people of Guinea, because nothing has happened so far and nothing will happen there for a long time. Now, the government of Guinea at the same time, whilst this is all going on, and they recently at the Indaba last week announced again that they're going out for tender on these assets. And I say it categorically here again, that anybody that tries or tenders or tries to get these assets, we will start legal proceedings against them in any applicable jurisdiction. These assets were illegally confiscated. They cannot be tendered until such time that we've gone through ICSID. And it might take a while. That's just how the cookie is crumbled, but that's how it is. And anybody trying to get these assets in the meantime, including the government trying to sell them, we will start again proceedings against them.
Okay, and despite the challenges that you're facing, your other operations, your diamond projects and ferronickel projects are advancing pretty well.
In Koidu, well, you know that we have the diamond mine in Koidu in Sierra Leone, and I think at this point in time we're still going full throttle in Sierra Leone. We haven't given up like some of the other companies. We haven't pulled our people out because of the Ebola crisis. The only thing we had to do from a logistical point of view, because lots of airlines didn't want to come in and out, we changed the let's say the fly-in, fly-out procedures. Okay, sometimes that stay a bit home a bit longer, sometimes have to be on site a bit longer, but overall the guys are there, they're doing a great job. We're in cut 3 of expansion right now. we're going fully ahead, full throttle. On Cunico, and I suggest that you look at our website as well, koideholdings.com and cunicoresources.com. Cunico is, we obviously 50% partner there. And Cunico is going full steam ahead. The nickel price hovering around $14,500, $15,000 a ton right now is okay. It's not good either, but we're keeping our head above water, and we never stop production. Even in the midst of the real crisis some years ago, we cut maybe one line of production, but we continued to produce. In the meantime, in the last 2 years, and the most recent asset that we purchased in Guatemala was in 2014. We finalized the deal mid last year. So we now also have our own nickel ore mines producing ore for the furnaces in Kosovo and in Macedonia. So yes, despite all the pressures we have from the legal side, and of course we're spending a lot of money on public relations just to put our point across, we are still fully committed to our other operations, being Koide Holdings or Cunico Resources. Both operations are run with a fantastic management team, so we have no issues in that regard at all. And then, and this might surprise you, we have recently, and this sort of came to a sort of high level at the Indaba, looked at some opportunities in South Africa for the first time. And I cannot divulge yet what commodities they will be, but we're looking at some opportunities in South Africa because we believe that with the right partners, actually there's a good opportunity right now to take things forward, to take some projects on. Now, our view might differ from the South African majors. There hasn't been much M&A activity with the majors recently, maybe for understandable reasons, but we are different. We're a private mining company. We look at things from a different perspective, and there are certain operators and partners in South Africa with whom we like to operate. Now, of course, I have to finish the due diligence of these particular potential projects, and after that, I think maybe we shall meet again, and I'll give you an update on that one.
That would be excellent. Thank you very much, Marc.
You're welcome.
That was BSG Resources Mining and Metals CEO Marc Struik providing us insight into BSG's operations.